Clint Eastwood was born Clinton Eastwood Jr. on May 31, 1930 in San Francisco, California, during the Great Depression. His early years were marked by frequent moves as his family sought work across California, a transient lifestyle that instilled in him self-reliance and emotional reserve. Eastwood's childhood was quiet and introspective, where he often preferred to observe rather than speak, a trait that later defined his on-screen persona. Music, especially jazz and the piano, played a significant role in shaping his appreciation for rhythm and mood, elements that would influence his filmmaking style. After graduating from high school, Eastwood worked a variety of jobs, including as a lifeguard and a lumberjack, grounding him in the working-class realities that would inform many of his later roles. The road to acting, rejection, and persistence. Eastwood's path to acting was not immediate or certain. His early attempts in Hollywood were defined by rejection, as he was dismissed by Universal Pictures after struggling to land significant roles in the 1950s. His looks, voice, and perceived lack of charisma were critiqued by the studio, but instead of giving up, Eastwood's determination only grew. He continued studying acting, taking small roles in television and film, waiting patiently for the right opportunity. That moment came in 1959 when he was cast in the role of Rowdy Yates in the popular TV show Rawhide. Over 8 seasons, Eastwood gained recognition, though he felt creatively limited and sought more complex material to challenge himself as an actor. The turning point, the Dollars trilogy and international fame. Eastwood's breakthrough came when he took a risk by leaving American television for a modestly paid role in the Italian-made Dollars trilogy directed by Sergio Leone. The films, A Fistful of Dollars, 1964, For a Few Dollars More, 1965, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, 1966, would redefine the Western genre. Eastwood's portrayal of the man with no name, a laconic, morally ambiguous anti-hero, became iconic. His minimalist approach to acting, rarely speaking, yet conveying volumes through his gaze and presence, resonated with audiences. These films catapulted him to international fame and forever changed the tone and aesthetics of Western cinema, making him a star and granting him the artistic control that would define his career, rising as a star from Westerns to action icons. In the late 1960s and 1970s, Eastwood solidified his position as one of Hollywood's most bankable stars. His portrayal of the tough, no-nonsense cop Harry Callahan in Dirty Harry, 1971, became a defining role. Eastwood's characters, particularly Callahan, struck a chord with audiences during a time of social unrest, reflecting both a desire for justice and the complexities of moral decisions. Dirty Harry sparked debates over its portrayal of law enforcement, with some seeing it as an empowering symbol, while others criticized it for promoting authoritarianism. Regardless of public opinion, Eastwood's ability to portray morally complex characters across a variety of genres, including thrillers, comedies, and romantic dramas, showcased his versatility and growing confidence as an actor. Clint Eastwood, actor, director, and author. Eastwood's talents extended far beyond acting. In 1971, he directed his first film, Play Misty for Me, a psychological thriller that demonstrated his ability to create tension, atmosphere, and character-driven stories. This marked the beginning of Eastwood's career as a filmmaker. Over the years, he honed a distinctive directorial style marked by simplicity, restraint, and a deep respect for actors. His films, which often focus on themes of aging, regret, redemption, and violence, stood out for their emotional depth and moral complexity. With films like Unforgiven, 1992, Eastwood's reputation as a director reached its peak, earning him Academy Awards for Best Director and Best Picture. His films continued to challenge traditional narratives, often deconstructing the myths of heroism and justice. Eastwood's cinematic legacy, international recognition, Clint. Eastwood's influence transcended Hollywood, with his work receiving international acclaim. He has been honored with numerous awards, including the prestigious César Award, which recognizes outstanding contributions to cinema, and the American Film Institute's Life Achievement Award, a recognition of his lasting impact on the film industry. Eastwood's films have resonated globally, showcasing a unique blend of American storytelling with universal themes. In 2000, he received the Golden Lion at the Venice Film Festival, cementing his reputation as one of the most influential filmmakers of his generation. His legacy is marked not only by his work behind the camera, but also by his deep respect for the art of filmmaking and his commitment to telling stories with authenticity, personal life, marriage, and family. Clint Eastwood's marriage to Margaret Maggie Johnson in 1953 was one of the most significant personal chapters of his life. Maggie, intelligent and grounded, was a source of stability during Eastwood's early struggles in Hollywood. Their marriage lasted more than 3 decades, and through the ups and downs of his career, Maggie remained a steadfast partner. Together, they had 2 children, Kyle and Allison, both of whom would go on to have careers in the arts. However, as Eastwood's fame grew, so did the pressures on their marriage, and after 25 years, the couple formally separated in 1978, although their divorce was not finalized until 1984. Despite the separation, Maggie's role in Eastwood's life and career remained foundational, and she helped maintain a sense of normalcy and family amidst the chaos of fame. A shift in Hollywood, Clint Eastwood's views on the industry. At 95, Clint Eastwood's reflections on the current state of Hollywood are marked by a sense of disillusionment. In a candid conversation about his contemporaries, he spoke about his thoughts on director Rob Reiner, acknowledging his talent but expressing concern over the changing landscape of filmmaking. Eastwood admires Reiner's early work, which emphasized warmth, humor, and human connection, qualities that Eastwood believes are becoming rare in today's Hollywood. For Eastwood, the shift he's observed is not just a personal one, but a cultural one, a move from curiosity and openness to certainty and ideological conformity. He believes that Hollywood has become increasingly intolerant of differing opinions, a shift that troubles him deeply. Hollywood's transformation, a shift toward ideological conformity. Eastwood's concerns about Hollywood's direction are not just about personal differences, but about a broader trend he perceives in the industry. He contrasts his approach to filmmaking with that of Reiner, emphasizing that his job has always been to show people who they are, not tell them what to think. For Eastwood, the essence of good art lies in its ability to provoke thought, to leave room for interpretation rather than dictating an ideological stance. He believes that the shift towards moral certainty in entertainment, particularly in the form of outspoken activism, has created a climate where artists are pressured to align with popular opinions rather than engage in honest, open conversation. Eastwood laments the erosion of creative friction, which once allowed filmmakers with differing worldviews to collaborate, share ideas, and learn from each other. The impact of moral certainty on filmmaking. Eastwood has no desire to settle personal scores, but he is deeply concerned about the pressure placed on younger filmmakers to conform to certain ideologies. They're scared to be honest, he says, and fear has never made good art. To Eastwood, the current climate of moral certainty stifles creativity and discourages filmmakers from taking risks or exploring uncomfortable truths. For Eastwood, making a film that challenges the audience and makes them uncomfortable is far more valuable than one that merely reaffirms their existing beliefs. He believes that art should be a space for exploration, for pushing boundaries, and for sparking meaningful conversations, qualities he feels are being lost in today's Hollywood. Legacy and reflections, Clint Eastwood's enduring influence. At 95, Clint Eastwood reflects on his career with a sense of detachment from the pressures of the industry. His focus is not on awards or box office success, but on the freedom to tell stories honestly. He expresses no desire to be a part of Hollywood's current trend of outrage-driven content, preferring instead to make films that are honest and unafraid of discomfort. Life's too short for grudges, Eastwood says. What matters most to him is the lasting impact of his work, the ability to tell stories that resonate with audiences and provoke deep thought. For Eastwood, legacy is about more than just personal achievements. It's about leaving behind a body of work that challenges, inspires, and endures.